Plagiarism is something that you will be introduced to at university. It's something your lecturers will speak about during your first assignment, and it can be quite a scary word. You know, it's really easy to plagiarise. It's something that if you're not sure about how to actually reference properly, then it's quite easy to accidentally plagiarise. So what plagiarism is, essentially, is using other people's work as your own without recognising that you've got that from somewhere else. You've not acknowledged where you've got that work from. So you've used that work, you've used somebody's quote, somebody's statement you may have paraphrased, and not actually acknowledged where that work is from. Now here at Hope we use something called Turnitin, which is an electronic resource. So when you submit your essays, you submit them electronically, and that resource will pick up on any phrases, any quotes, any paraphrases that you may have used from other works and not actually reference them. So it's about when you use other evidence, so it's important to use other evidence in your work, but it's really important to make sure you've identified where you've got it from, whose work it is. So different subjects will have different referencing systems. It may be Harvard, it may be Chicago, and there are different types of referencing. So it's important you pick up on these really quickly, and you will be given a referencing guide as well. And also we do offer a referencing guide at Liverpool Hope University Libraries on the website. So plagiarism, as I say, is really important that you get right. It's really easy to do if you're unsure how to actually reference your work. So one where you could plagiarise accidentally is if you were copying off a lecture theatre, for example. So if you're in a lecture and the lecturer has a quote on the board or something behind you, trying to emphasise a certain point, you may write that quote down, quickly because you're trying to get the points down before the next slide, and then you may have misread that quote or written it down incorrectly. And so when you go to quote that person's work, you may end up misquoting that person. That would still count as plagiarism, because you've quoted somebody's work, however you've not got their quote right, or maybe you've just written something down that was somebody else's work and you've forgotten where it came from and you've still used it in your work. That still classes as plagiarism. So it's really important to identify exactly where you get all of your evidence from, all of your quotes, paraphrases, and make sure you keep a list of where they're from. Because in the end of your assignments, you'll have either a bibliography or a reference list, and you can tell your lecturer exactly where you've got all your evidence from.